somewhere between snow-covered mountains and a heart of silence where only the wind can be heard. Something happened that no one has been able to explain to this day. 9 climbers. They set out on a normal trip, but they never returned. Their tents were found cut open from the inside, and their bodies scattered in the snow, some without shoes, some without eyes. What made them flee naked from their tents in the middle of the night? Was it fear or something else? Not of this world. Tonight, we will travel together to the heart of the mountains, where the truth has been buried under the snow for more than 60 years, and we will open a file that time has closed, the Dyatlov Pass file. In the harsh winter of 1959, a group of 9 Russian climbers set out on a trip to the Ural Mountains. It was a routine trip aimed at training and obtaining a professional mountaineering certificate. But what began as an innocent winter adventure ended in one of the most mysterious mysteries in modern history. Days after their disappearance, rescue teams found their tents smashed and torn from the inside. Their clothes and shoes were left behind, as if they had fled in the middle of the night to escape something unseen. They were barefoot in the snow, and the temperature was below -30 degrees Celsius. What could have caused 9 professional climbers to flee their tents without any protection? A question that no one has been able to answer to this day. The team leader was a young man named Yegor Dyatlov, an ambitious and intelligent student from the Ural Technical University. With him were 8 of his classmates, young people in the prime of life, united by a spirit of adventure and science. The journey began on January 27th, and the weather was calm at first. There was laughter, group photos, and songs accompanied by guitar music inside the train that took them to the last city before climbing the mountains. But as they progressed along the way, everything changed. The wind picked up, snow covered the tracks, and the temperature dropped below -25 degrees Celsius. Despite this, Dyatlov insisted on continuing. They wrote their diaries day by day, and every word they wrote was filled with enthusiasm and confidence, as if they did not feel the danger that was slowly approaching. On February 1st, the group decided to pitch their tents on an exposed slope at the foot of Mount Kulut Sayhol, which means Mountain of Death in the local language. It was a strange choice. They could have spent the night in a safer valley, but they didn't. That night, something happened that remains unexplained to this day. The tent was cut open from the inside. Traces showed that they had left it barefoot or nearly naked. Snow covered their footprints, but investigators were able to track them to nearby trees. At the trunk of a huge tree, the first 2 bodies were found, without shoes, their bodies completely frozen. Near them were traces of a small fire, as if they had tried to survive until the last moment. But even stranger, one of them was missing fingers, and the other had bruises that looked like the marks of severe pressure on the chest. After 2 weeks of searching, rescue teams found the rest of the bodies. The scene was horrific. Some had severe internal fractures without any external wounds. One of the girls had no tongue. Another had no eyes. It was as if some mysterious inhuman force had killed them. Even stranger, some of the clothes contained traces of unexplained radiation. The Russian army arrived at the site and quickly closed the investigation. The official report stated, "Cause of death, an unidentifiable mysterious force." This statement left the entire world baffled. Since that day, theories have been flying around. Some said it was a snowstorm that made them think the mountain was collapsing on top of them. Others said they were attacked by the local Mansi tribe, but there was no sign of a fight, and no weapons were used against them. Some said they saw strange lights in the sky that night. Lights like fireballs were moving over the mountains. Was it a military experiment or unidentified flying objects? The Russian military refused to comment at the time. Over the years, the case was officially closed, but amateur researchers kept reopening it. Some found that the area was close to secret test sites. Others say the government is hiding something much deeper. But despite all that, there is no single explanation that convinces everyone. The question remains, who or what killed them that night? Even today, more than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an unsolved mystery. 9 souls set out on a trip to the mountains and never returned. All the evidence in the case is contradictory, and every hypothesis contradicts the others. Perhaps the truth is buried there, under layers of ice and silence, or perhaps someone knows, but has chosen to remain silent. What do you think? Was nature the killer? Or is there a secret still hidden in the shadows of the Russian mountains?